All right, so first thing I want to show you is Slack. So I've invited everyone to Slack. If you haven't logged in yet, you should have gotten an email from Slack that would say Mateen has invited you to your Slack channel. Now, you don't need to have the Slack app downloaded or have an actual account. You can open it in a browser, similar to how I've just opened it in a browser. But if you do want to have it maybe on your phone, I do recommend getting the app. It is free. You can just get the Slack for Business, and then you'll still be able to join on your phone through that same invite. Now, once you're in Slack, you're going to be taken directly to the channel, and it's going to be called live support ABA. If you notice, if you want to see who's in the Slack channel, there's currently 28 people invited. This is everyone on the ABA team, Bellwether, and also Open Water who's available. There's about 10 or 12 people from our side who will be in this. Pavin's in this, his teams, Kartik is in there, I'm in here as well. If you're used to Teams, it's actually pretty similar to Teams. So when you're in this channel, I know there's no messages right now, but let me actually take you to another conference that's live right now. It tends to be very active. We'll check in with you if everything's even going okay. We'll let you know every hour or so how many tickets we've gotten. This is also, you all can use this as your internal communication. I know you might be using Teams as well. But if you notice, if you need to notify one of us, just at us, you can and then the names will start coming up. If you want to notify everyone in the channel, you can type in and then here. So I'm actually going to go to your channel right now. I can delete this message later. But if I click here, click enter, type out a message, then click enter, it'll tell you everyone's about to get notified. Everyone, if you need to make an announcement in the Slack channel for everyone to see, click here. It'll send a notification to anyone, but you can always, there's Pavin as well. You can always if I want to Pavin, him as well. Type out a message, and then he'll be notified. The reason why adding is important is because if you just type out a message, we might not get notified, especially if we're busy doing something else. So if you 100% need to make sure either Pavin or one of us gets a notification, make sure you us. Now, the left-hand side of the screen is where you can select your channels. Now, I have a lot of channels, but you all should only have one. It should only just pretty much be empty, and it'll just say #live support ABA. You also have the ability, send emojis, attach any sort of files. If you need us to upload something real quick, you can upload files to Slack as well. But that's pretty much it. It's just going to be a back and forth conversation. We'll check in. You guys can check in any sort of issues that go on. Just at us, and then we can help out.
Yeah. So to reinforce what Mateen's saying is that anything that you may receive in terms of direct communication from an attendee or a speaker, the first thing to do is just notify us about it. You could at myself or whoever it is on my team that somebody might need access. So if they didn't go through the ticketing system, and to Mateen's point, sometimes I would say 1 out of 10 times they'll go to you directly. Heather, I know you've been giving out your information and all of those kind of the email calendar invites. So if you start getting hit up with people that need support, just forward along that support request in this channel, and we'll be able to take it from there.
Okay, great. Thanks, Pavin. If I add Pavin, everyone sees it, right?
Everyone sees it, but I will be the only one that actually gets on my phone and on my computer. Everything will ring on my side. Nobody else will ring.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, any other questions before I talk about the chat widget on the site?
I think a nice way to frame this is that Slack is our walkie-talkies, everybody. So anything in real time that you want to communicate and we're coordinating, we are constantly in the back end so that everybody does not skip a beat through Slack. That is our walkie-talkie in-ear little piece system.
So if there's an issue with like a speaker, for instance, for a CLE program, even though the in-room text, let's say it's during a session, even though we're not accessing any of the in-room text, because we're accessing you get the message to the in-room tech.
Yeah, we actually will deploy a core team member to go in that room and fix it immediately.
Okay.
so there's around 10 core team members who are in the channel.
Okay.
And they have the ability to jump into any session at any time. And actually, one other thing I wanted to show you is, if there's a lot of messages, sometimes things can get lost. You can actually create threads. So if I wanted to, Heather, you said, hey, y'all, I can just respond to this thread right here. It'll open on the side, and I say, hey, and then you see it's like one reply. So if you just want to reply to a specific message, you can hover your mouse over the message, and then it says reply to thread.